At 3:17 a.m., a woman named Claire Morgan made a phone call that lasted only 12 seconds. No one has heard from her since. The police believed it was a kidnapping. Her family believed it was murder. But what investigators eventually uncovered was something far more disturbing. This is the last phone call, a case that remained unsolved for 8 years until a hidden audio file was discovered that changed everything. Claire Morgan was 29, a librarian, quiet, introverted, and predictable to an almost comforting degree. She lived in a small apartment on the west side of Briarwood, a town with more trees than people. On the night of May 4th, Claire called 911 at exactly 3:17 a.m. The transcript is short. Operator, 911. What's your emergency? Claire, whispering, someone's in my house. Operator, ma'am, stay on the line. Where? He's not moving. He's just watching me. Who is watching? A scraping sound. Oh God, he found me. Click. 12 seconds. After that, silence. Officers arrived 7 minutes later. The house was empty. No signs of forced entry. No signs of struggle. No Claire. But on the living room table, her phone was lying face down, still recording. The recording revealed nothing but static. At least that's what they thought. The disturbing part wasn't the phone call. It was the scene. The front door was locked from the inside. Windows locked. Back door locked. No footprints except Claire's. No fingerprints not belonging to her. Nothing stolen. The only odd detail officers noted was a faint smell, like old soil. One detective described the scent as grave dirt. Neighbors reported nothing unusual, except one man who said he heard a low humming sound less than an hour before the police arrived. When asked to describe it, he said, "It sounded like a person breathing right next to my ear, but when I turned around, no one was there." The police dismissed it. They dismissed a lot of things. The next major clue came from Claire's laptop, an email she typed but never sent. It was addressed to her sister. It read, "If anything happens to me, it's because of the man I saw last night. He was standing behind the trees. No face, just a tall man wearing black. I thought he was gone, but he followed me home." Attached was a picture, a blurry image of a figure standing near the edge of a forest. Claire wrote nothing else. The police ruled it as paranoia, but her sister insisted Claire wasn't the paranoid type. Detectives pulled Claire's home security footage. Everything looked normal until 2:09 a.m. Then, suddenly, at that exact moment, the video glitched 3 times. Each glitch lasted exactly 1 minute. During the first glitch, Claire was in the kitchen. After the glitch, she was standing at the living room window, staring outside, completely motionless. During the second glitch, she was at her desk. Afterward, she was crouched in the hallway like she was hiding. During the third glitch, the recording cut from Claire sitting upright to Claire on the floor, crawling backward, eyes wide with terror. But the worst part? Behind her, just barely visible, a figure stood, tall, motionless, head tilted as if studying her. Its body proportions were wrong. Arms too long, shoulders too narrow, and its skin appeared gray. The police blamed digital distortion, but the original footage didn't have distortion. Someone or something did. Claire's internet history from that night showed one final search. Why is someone standing outside my window at night? The case grew colder each year. Leads dried up. Rumors grew. Then 8 years later, new evidence surfaced. Claire's phone, which had been in police storage, was re-examined by a new cold case investigator. He recovered a corrupted audio file, time-stamped 3:17 a.m., the exact moment the call ended. Forensic audio technicians restored it. What they found was chilling. The 17-second file begins with soft static, then Claire whispering, "Please, go away." A low, inhuman hum grows louder, not like a machine, not like an animal, like a voice trying not to sound human. Then a second voice, deep, slow, whispers something that technicians struggled to decode. After enhancement, they discovered the voice said, "You saw me." Then Claire screams, then silence. Not a single investigator could explain the voice. It wasn't male, wasn't female, wasn't human. And the hum? Audio specialists determined the frequency was similar to the resonance produced underground, as if the sound was coming from a deep cavern or a grave. 6 months after the audio file was restored, hikers found something in the Briarwood Forest about 2 miles from Claire's home. A shallow pit, freshly dug. Inside the pit, a set of clothes belonging to Claire, neatly folded, untouched by weather, as if someone had placed them there recently. Next to the clothes was a scrap of paper, protected by a sealed plastic sleeve. Handwritten words filled the page. The writing was shaky, uneven, like it had been written in complete darkness. It said, "He lives in the quiet places. He watches those who notice him. Once you see him, he never stops. Don't look for me. I'm not dead, but I can't come back." There was no signature, but forensic handwriting analysts confirmed it was Claire's handwriting. Officially, the case remains unsolved. Unofficially, investigators lean toward one theory. Claire wasn't taken by a person. She was taken by an obsession she believed was following her. A shadowy figure she claimed to see outside her window. Some believe she was abducted. Some believe she was murdered. Others believe she joined a cult. But those who've listened to the restored audio file, those who've seen the forest pit, and those who've examined the figure in her security footage, they believe something else. That Claire witnessed something she was never meant to see. And whatever it was, came back for her. If you ever feel like you're being watched, don't ignore it. Don't convince yourself it's nothing. Claire tried to ignore it too. And now her case stands as a warning that sometimes the things we brush off as imagination are staring at us from the shadows. Thank you for watching, guys. And if you want this story part 2, then comment below. Subscribe for the next investigation.